I am a graduate. That sentence has become one of the biggest lies many of us unknowingly tell ourselves. Not because it is false, but because many people say it as though it is their greatest achievement, when in reality, it should only be the evidence that they achieved something greater. Let me explain. Some years ago, one of my former students and I were discussing our future. A brilliant lady, very brilliant, a first-class graduate from the prestigious University of Ibadan. And at the same time, she was learning photography in our institute. We both agreed she could eventually earn more from photography than the teaching job she was doing then. Then I asked, when are you going to face photography fully? She said something that completely changed my understanding of how many young people think. She said, I really love photography. I know I can do well in it. But after all the stress I went through to graduate with a first class, I feel I should use my certificate to work, so it won't be a waste. I was confused. She wasn't saying she loved teaching more. She wasn't saying photography had no future. She wanted a place where somebody would ask for a certificate before employing her. Many of us have mixed up two complete different things: knowledge and certificates. Listen carefully. Nobody goes to school because of the certificate. Nobody. What we went to school for is knowledge. The certificate is only a receipt. Imagine buying a television. After paying, they give you a receipt. When you get home, which one do you use? The television or the receipt? The receipt only proves that you bought something. The television is the real value. That is exactly what certificate is. It is a proof that you have passed through a learning process. Knowledge is the real product. That is why nobody truly works with certificates. We all work with knowledge. Don't get me wrong. There are professions where certificates and licenses are compulsory. Medicine, law, engineering, accounting, aviation. Society must verify that you are qualified before trusting you with lives, money, or critical responsibility. This is absolutely right. But even after they employ you, your certificate is no longer the reason patient comes back. It is your competence. No client returns to a lawyer because he graduated with first class. People return because he wins cases. Your certificate may open doors. Your knowledge keeps you inside. That misunderstanding has quietly destroyed many young people. The day they graduate, something enters their head. They have a lot of work they consider to belittle them. They say, I can't do this as a graduate. Really? A young man worked in a packaging department of a company. He had an ONG. Later, he went to school and earned a university degree. After graduation, he returned to the same company, to the same department, doing exactly the same packaging work. He demanded more money than others. He's now a graduate. I laughed, not because education is useless, but because I asked myself one question. Will the customer know which carton was packed by a graduate? Will the nylon suddenly become stronger because a BSc person touched it? No, nothing changed. The service remained the same. Employers don't pay you because of what you know. They pay you because of what you can do with what you know. Knowledge that is never applied is decoration. That is why someone can have a master's degree and still remain unemployed. Life rewards values, not titles. This is one reason many graduates remain frustrated. They are waiting for jobs equal to their certificate instead of opportunities equal to their abilities. There is no job in the world reserved for poor people. There is no job reserved for graduates either. There are only problems waiting for people who can solve them. Please don't misunderstand me. I am not saying you should not go to school. Go because I also went. Study, read, graduate, collect your certificate proudly. Frame it if you like, but never confuse the frame with the picture. School is not a scam. School is one of the greatest gifts anyone can have. The problem is not school. The problem is what many people think school is. School is not a place where they manufacture certificates. School is a place where they transform mind. In fact, university is not the only school. Football academy is a school. Fashion school is a school. Photography school is a school. Catering school is a school. Apprenticeship is a school. Anywhere your mind is trained is a school. The only difference is what each person is learning. Your fashion designer understands measurement. Your photographer understands light. Your farmer understands season. Knowledge wears different uniforms. This is why I laugh when people look down on artisans. Many parents unknowingly contribute to this problem. They bring their children to our photography institute and say, he's just trying to keep himself busy until admission comes. I smile. To them, photography is whiling away time. To me, photography is my life. The same camera feeding me is somebody else's way of passing time. This is why skill acquisition is still underrated in our society. People celebrate certificates more than the competence. That is dangerous. Another thing that weakens us is our obsession with passing instead of learning. Some students celebrate lecturers who leak questions, celebrate lecturers who accept bribes and overlook cheating, celebrate lecturers who had mark they never earned. Then they hate the lecturer who give them exact mark they scored. You can call him wicked. He is not wicked. He is showing you your true level. If you scored 39, you scored 39. The carryover is painful, but ignorance is more expensive. Many people escaped carryover only to carry over ignorance into life. This is why you now meet graduates who cannot explain what they studied, accounting graduates who cannot prepare financial statements, engineers who cannot solve practical problems, people with certificates but without confidence, not because they are dull, but because they chased